Their aura is unequal.
Well, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Or whatever. And make it a little more raspy, and I follow directions.
Their contents are legendary.
That little sheet you see is his concept drawing.
Their attitude is embraced. Tune in to one of the most up and rising kaiju-sized groups within our community. So go ahead and watch all of their creative content, including that of the Raw Attitude live interview, where they have special guests ranging from actors, directors, toy creators, artists, and many, many more. You can also find them on multiple of other social media platforms, ranging from Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. You could even sit back and watch your favorite classic monster movie and even watch us go through one of the most iconic games on Twitch. Featuring your hosts, Eric Stowe, Adrian Settle, Joe Myers, Samson West, Jordan Adorno. They are the Monsters with Attitude.
What's going on, listeners with Attitude? Thanks for tuning in to another Raw Attitude live interview. As always, I am your host with the most, the one that is married to these crazy kaiju, Mr. Joe Mama. And joined with me, my brother from another mother, Mr. Jordan Adorno. What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Listen, oh my goodness. I am absolutely thrilled to be here. And I could only imagine that you feel the exact same way, Joe, because we have two special guests here with us. These guests, for those that are tuning in to watch this, you guys know here at Monsters with Attitude, yeah, we love Godzilla. We love everything Toku related. But if there's one thing specifically that me and Joe are diehard fans of, I mean, the shirt is pretty self-explanatory. You guys know what you're clicking on. We are big fans of Digimon. And these two individuals are the ones that help shape not only our childhoods, but the industry of Digimon. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you guys the lovely Fahn family and Tom and Dorothy, the voices behind Digimon.
Oh yeah, man! I like your intro, man. I like that.
Very nice.
Very intense. Joe and Jordan. I love that, man.
I appreciate. Hey, listen, I'm the one who did the voiceover for that entire intro.
That was him.
That was good VO, man. I got my t-shirt on this website called T Public.
Hang on.
Yes.
Very good, man. First of all, Dorothy went to get a fan because we closed all the windows and it got warm in here. You guys are awesome, and thank you for asking us. We just came back from an anime convention in North Carolina where the people were what was it called, honey? Ibasho-kan. She remembers all the names of the cons, and I remember the cities. So she'll go, remember we were at Ibasho-kan? And I'm like, yeah, where was that?
Where was it?
North Carolina. Oh, yeah, okay. Now.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Anyway, and I'll say to you what I said to the people there because we had to do a panel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jordan, Joey Jojo,
and
your whole listening audience, because without you fans, without you fans, we wouldn't, man, we're just voiceover actors who went in the booth 25 years ago. I mean, I didn't know what I didn't know what I was getting into, man.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane? Like the generations of people that you've impacted with just your voice.
Yes.
It is so awesome because the people come up to me. This is what I hear, and this is the God's honest truth. They get on a little line, they come up and they go, so I came home from school and I turned on Fox Kids and I got myself a little sandwich and I watched Digimon and you're Agumon and you're my favorite and I'm so happy to meet you. Or they watched it on Saturday morning, or they discovered it years later on Crunchy and whatever,
Yeah.
But all I want to say to those people is,
here we go. This one. There we go.
it's so great to meet you guys. Where's Ty? Pepper breath.
Agumon! I can tell a happy man.
My wife Dorothy is also the voice of Lilymon, Rosemon, and Ty's mom. And if you remember, Ty's mom couldn't cook so good.
Terrible cook.
What would she sound like, Dorothy?
Ty, I made spinach brownies.
Spinach brownies. Nobody wants them. Maybe Agumon. I'll eat them. Sounds delicious.
Agumon would eat anything for sure.
Yeah, that's why Agumon and I we get along.
Yeah.
I don't know if your fans are on all the social medias. And don't bust me the way Joshua Seth does. So I was just telling you guys, and I'll tell your audience, we were just at a convention in North Carolina, and Joshua Seth was there, the voice of Ty, and so many other things. And the fans are really happy because they go to get Josh. He's over here next to me. They get Ty. Then they come over and they get me, Agumon, to sign. And then they got Dorothy next to us. So it's like a little Digimon corner. I mean, there's a couple of years ago in Simi Valley out here, we did a Digimon reunion. And how many?
There were like a dozen.
No, I think there were
was
more.
There more.
It was like 15,
Maybe
20.
15 people.
So many voice actors that
all of us from Digimon.
Because, we don't see each other. It's like any business.
Yeah.
We all know each other, but the voiceover sessions are done one at a time. I don't know if you guys know that. So I'm in the booth and I've got headphones on, like I told you earlier, and maybe Joshua has recorded his stuff already. So then I play off of him, but we're never usually there together. But I'm going to do this now. Watch.
No.
Once you start me.
No.
Once you start me.
This is great. No, this is great.
Because I love talking. We love talking to you guys, and we'll take any questions you got and any questions your audience has, whatever you want, man. Go ahead.
Well, we always start here at the MWA with the same icebreaker question, though I can say it doesn't need to be an icebreaker because you guys are relaxed, we're relaxed, you're already making us laugh, so it's going to be a great time, but I'm going to ask you it anyways.
Yeah.
Did you guys grow up a fan of anime, toku, the business of what you guys essentially...
This is funny. You guys are young, beautiful people. Yeah. We're old, beautiful people.
We're ancient.
So here's the deal. And I didn't know this. But when I grew up in New York and Dorothy grew up in Los Angeles. LA. She's a rare LA commodity, which is fantastic. An LA native.
Yeah.
He's coughing out there.
Yeah, it's okay.
I want to make him feel at home. When I was a kid, I watched Speed Racer, but I didn't know that Speed Racer was anime.
And I watched Kimba the White Lion.
Right.
But those were literally the only two actual anime that was on TV. There was no anime.
And there was also my man Gigantor. Okay. If anybody remembers Gigantor. So
there was nothing when we were growing up.
But a lot of times when people come up to me and tell me that they watched Digimon after school, I watched and Dorothy watched 3,000 Miles Away growing up. We both watched Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny
was what you watched after school.
No voice actor worth their credit is not being honest to you if they don't owe a big debt to Mel Blanc.
Mel Blanc was it, man.
Because Mel Blanc did just about not all, but just about everything you saw in the Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
and he was brilliant. And those were short cartoons,
40s and 50s cartoons,
and they were made for adults.
They were great.
They were shown in the movies. Remember, you could watch a newsreel and a Three Stooges and a Looney Tunes and a trailer and finally the movie. And sometimes they gave away plates. Going to the movies was a whole different experience. Ask your grandparents or ask anybody older what it was like to go to the movies. They wanted to keep you in there. There was, TV was,
there was no TV when
they
were
TV
there,
back in the day, Looney Tunes. But anyway,
But we watched Bugs Bunny after school.
That was a big influence to us.
Yeah.
So somebody asked me, did you always want to be a voiceover actor? I always wanted to be an actor, but I think Mel Blanc was, and what he was doing on those cartoons was probably working its way through us, Yeah.
Right on.
That is awesome. Wow.
If you're going to have an empty pause, then I'm going to show you my Funko Pop, which someone just gave me at a convention because apparently it's vaulted. And it's very hard to find. All you fans know that.
Yeah.
And,
so vaulted must mean similar to.
Yeah, wait. Go ahead. What did you say?
So vaulted must mean similar to what the Disney movies were. Like they're not
right. They pull them
anymore.
Yeah,
they don't make them anymore.
They pull them for a while. They
Whatever
don't make them.
is out there is all there is.
So anyway, we're doing these anime conventions, and they tell us, if you have a couple of Funko Pops, that'll really help you. Well, I got Agumon, but he's vaulted, and then Dorothy has for the Naruto fans. I guess we're going to cover that later. Conan on Naruto, but your fans know all this. They're all watching this now, going, "Yes, Tom, we know. You're so behind the times, Tom."
Well, you were also showing us.
This is fan art.
Off-screen, some stuff that the fans were giving you.
Yep. These are all things that fans have made me. They show up and they want me to see these. We were at one convention in Long Beach. What was it called?
ALA.
Okay. What does that stand for?
It stands for Anime Los Angeles.
Thank you, honey.
Even though it was in Long Beach.
And they just give us these beautiful.
They give us stuff. We have stuff here. People have made paintings for us. One guy made a huge chalk painting of Meryl from Target. Love that guy.
Magnet.
Yeah.
Let me show you. Let me show you one more, and then we'll get on with it. Somebody goes out. Somebody goes, "Oh, when are you guys leaving?" And we go, "Oh, in a couple minutes." "Oh, okay, just stay here 10 minutes." He goes to another place. He goes, and then he comes over and just gives me this.
There it is. There.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's got to
back. Yep, right there. Perfect.
Crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, nice to meet you and your family. Is so warm and welcoming. Thank you for making Agumon so sweet and fun, and making Rocco Bonaro on Cowboy Bebop so silly and brave. Shame the poor guy didn't make it. Spoiler alert. It was so awesome getting to meet you. Wishing the best for you and yours, Taylor. Thank you, Taylor.
Thanks, Taylor. He did one of Meryl also, but I don't know where. It's around here somewhere.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So wait, now Jordan, you're in Connecticut, and Joey Jojo, you're in Chicago.
Yep.
And we're in Los Angeles. This is the power of the media we're in.
Yes. Power of technology.
And how long have you guys been doing this? MWA.
MWA has been going on for a few years, but as far as the interview aspect of what we're trying to turn it into, a little less than a year.
Wonderful. Well, we're enjoying it so far. Keep it coming. Come on.
Thank you. Go ahead, Jordan.
So this is the God honest truth. You guys are the first MWA celebrity couple to come on for an interview. So, I mean,
there is a
How did you guys meet?
How did we meet? Oh, that's so sweet. So I'm terribly sentimental, so don't start me. But we met at
Cal State Long Beach.
We met at Cal State Long Beach. We were theater arts majors. Yeah. Cal State Long Beach is also called Long Beach State. It has anyway. We met there. We were 18.
Arts department.
We were cast in a scene together from a play called
Six Rooms Review.
Six Rooms Review. And in the scene, two couples are looking at an apartment, and one spouse walks off here and the other spouse walks off here, and they both start talking, and they confess that they're both kind of unhappy in their marriages, and they have a connection or whatever. All this in, like, of course, 10 minutes.
We end up together.
And then at the end, we have like a little smooch, like what do you call a stage smooch? Look at me. I'm Schlubby, the character actor. Okay, I don't get the girl. I mean, I'm the guy who comes in and go, "Hey, pizza." I mean, that's what I play, But here I am trying to play the romantic. Anyway, I liked her, but apparently it took me a while to get up the guts.
To actually, no. Here's the thing with Tom. Okay,
here we go. All right.
We liked each other. We were friends, and we had a lot in common. We both loved the Beatles, and we would talk about that, and acting, whatever. And he'd say, "Oh, we should go to the movie sometime. We should do this. We should do that.
We should go this. We should go here."
Finally, one day he says, "Oh, there's this Beatle movie showing in Balboa. We should go see him." And I'm like, "Yeah, when?"
And at that point, I heard, yipe, 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 yipe.
I was tired of hearing that.
She's like, "Here's my number. Call me." So, we went to the movies. And so that was 1981. None of you were born. Then we got married in 1985. And this November, we'll be married 40 years.
This November.
We got married at 23. We had our daughter age 40. Now our daughter's 22, but we're not supposed to talk about it. And we're 62. Life goes so fast.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
So my moral to you all is enjoy your lives.
Yeah. Do what you want to do.
Don't put anything off, and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And once again, we're very happy to be here. Keep going. So we met in college, we got married, and then we moved up to LA to try and make it as actors. That was in 85.
You did a bunch of commercials.
We did commercials.
I did a lot of stage shows, and I went
theater,
on tour with shows.
And then somehow we bumbled our way into voiceovers around 1991. The first thing we did, and it was anime, was The Guyver. And I don't know if a lot of you, it's very violent.
Yeah. No, that's actually a great.
You're both too young. You're not allowed to watch it. It's very violent.
No, that's actually a great segue into my next question, which was going to be, how did you guys kind of steer yourselves into voice acting? What made you want to give that a shot? And
so
it wasn't a goal. It wasn't a thing to pursue back then because it was.
You're an actor. You've got your theater arts degree. You want to do everything. So we can do theater. Theater is always available for you
on camera,
and we're trying to audition for commercials. I booked something, and then so I had to survive. I've told this before, but I'll tell it again because I think it's kind of amazing. It's kind of the way life. It's a Wonderful Life type of thing that the people you meet kind of. So anyway, if you've heard this, forgive me, but I'm going to tell it again. I'll tell it quick. As a survival job I had was working for a film company called Empire Films, and they were known for two films, really, From Beyond and Reanimator. These two movies in the late 80s that were very popular. And I'm just a guy delivering film. I'm driving all over town, dropping film off, and I work for a guy named Victor, and he ran the mailroom. He's like, dude, take this here and drop this here. Great. And another guy working with me was a guy named Steve. And for some reason, and Steve at the time was married and had little kids, and he wanted to be a musician and I wanted to be an actor. And we didn't really know each other that well, but every time we were in the parking lot, I was going to go and he was just pulling in. For some reason, whenever we saw each other, me and this guy, Steve, we become 90-year-old Jewish men. And I go, hello, Stevie, how are you? And he go, oh, Tommy, I just plotzed. I feel so good. And we just speak broken Yiddish, even though we knew none of it. And we're just being silly guys. Cut to about 90, that was 87, 1991, 4 years later, this guy named Victor, who was our boss in the mailroom, now he's producing, and he's producing something called Japanimation, which is not what they call it now.
Not even called anime yet. It's so brand new.
And I'm like, what is it, man? He goes, we're just dubbing we're basically dubbing
Japanese cartoons into English.
He's telling me on the phone, we're dubbing Japanese cartoons into English, but they're not like Bugs Bunny, bro. They're like really adult. They're really violent. And sometimes they're kind of wild. But anyway, I need actors. So I figured you, Dorothy, I'll call your sister Melissa, your brother Jonathan. Yeah. I'm going to call Steve. I'm going to call Dan. I'm going to call everyone I know.
They just needed actors.
And so there was like 10 of us who worked on The Guyver. And Steve is, of course, Steve Bloom. And who went on to be one of the most successful voiceover actors in the history of mankind. Yeah. And he's the nicest guy in the world. Yeah. Shout out to Steve Bloom. Shlomo. I love you. Anyway, he's the sweetest guy in the world. And to make a small world, it's a small world. He ends up being the lead on Cowboy Bebop. My little sister Melissa is one of the leads on Cowboy Bebop. She plays Ed. And Bo Billingsley, who we just saw last week, who's one of the nicest guys. He's in Cowboy Bebop. And Wendy Lee, who directed us on Digimon, she's on Cowboy Bebop. And and for all you Cowboy Bebop fans, I'm on episode 8. I can't tell you what happens, but I don't think he makes it. Anyway, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, who also directed us on Digimon.
Yeah.
She directed on Cowboy Bebop, but that's the late 90s. So in 91, we're on Guyver, Macross, Orgus, eventually Trigon.
Stuff. Yeah, Trigon.
And then we both are doing voices on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yes.
Go Power Rangers.
Yeah. Because I got beat up on like a dozen episodes. A lot of like a lot of that. And Scott Page Pachter, who has since passed away. Rest in peace. Beautiful director.
Great guy.
He loved me and Dorothy, and he cast us on playing a lot of parts. The great thing about Power Rangers is, so dubbing, you're trying to match the facts. But on Power Rangers, I'm playing guys in masks. So
there's no sync.
There's no syncing. But one memorable episode, I played this bad guy named Chameleon. And they said they had heard, Scott Page said, I've heard every voice what he got. And I'm like, let's do it as Stallone. So I was like, hey, hey, yo, you Power Rangers, what are you doing, huh? Yo, Adrian. So I did it like that. They kept it. People, Power Ranger fans, that. They say to me, dude, did you say yo, Adrian on that? Yeah. I go, yeah, I did. But anyway, from Saban producing Power Rangers,
we got the audition for Digimon.
Because
Saban was
producing
Digimon.
Right. So
that's how we got
from 1991, the Guyver on till really now. It's been a continuous pathway of anime and video games, and every now and then through our agents, some other stuff that's not anime at all. I mean, Dorothy.
We dub live action. I do a lot of live action.
Dorothy has it's got a great ear for voices, and she had to do.
I've done sound alikes.
Yeah, you want to hear this? You want to hear some sound alike stories?
Please.
Tell them about Melissa.
Melissa McCarthy. I had to do a sound alike of her in some movie, and I didn't even have a home setup at the time. Yeah. And they said, well, if you have any kind of a microphone, just, record it. It's supposed to be on the telephone anyway, so it doesn't have to sound perfectly clear. And I just she had kind of Southern accent and the thing she was doing. And so I did that, and they're like, great. They took it. I recorded it, not even in a booth, just in a corner in my bedroom with this lame USB mic.
But let me just say that sound alike work usually is when an actor cursed in the movie, and now they're doing the TV version, and they have to clean it up, and the actor won't come back to that. They're like, I got no time for that. I once did De Niro on a film called Righteous Kill, which is a film he made with Al Pacino. Not Heat is their great film together. This was their not so great film together, and so he wouldn't come back to do one line where he said like the F word or whatever. So I had to come back and go like, what the frig are you talking about? What the frig are you talking about? Something like that. And they mix it, mix it, and they put it in, and it works still. So that's sound. Tell them the Pamela Lee thing, because I love that one. That's funny.
Oh,
there was a very popular show on MTV. You guys probably watched it. It was all claymation stuff. And they were in the
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yes. Say it again.
Celebrity Deathmatch.
And she played.
I did a Pamela Anderson one time. I don't remember the lines for it, but
no. She said I was swimming.
No. I actually did that line for my demo. It's like she was in a comedy club on my demo, and you hear the audience in the background, and I'm like, hey, it's great to be here, folks. I just floated in from Maui, and boy, are my boobs tired.
Anyway, that's a little for the fans. That's a little sound alike work.
We did some of that, yes, kind of fun.
But we've tried to do everything. I mean, I was on Ice Age 2, which is not anime, but I got two lines.
That's a great gig.
I got 2 lines in Ice Age 2. I just told somebody about it. They'll come up to our table, and so we've made nice prints of Agumon. That's my main guy, Agumon. But then we got a little Cowboy Bebop, and got a little Guyver for the people who remember Guyver. Was very violent. I got pulled apart. And Guyver! They go crazy. and then there's Ice Age 2 there. I leave it out, and sure enough, always someone goes, dude, you're in Ice Age 2? I watched that when I was a kid, man. 10 minutes in, Jay Leno's character is drowning this little turtle, and I'm the turtle, and I say, I can smell the ocean. And then like an hour later, there's these 2 oxes walking, and Jay Leno comes up to my wife Ox and says, you're kind of fat. How'd you like to lose some weight? And she goes, oh. And I go, don't pay any attention to him, Vera. You're as thin as a twig. So 2 lines in Ice Age 2. And the day I did it, Ray Romano was coming out of the booth. Amazing. And I'm like, hi, Ray, how's it going? He goes, hey, how's it going? So,
nice.
I love it when you meet people who are so famous and they're so nice.
Normal people.
I had a great moment with a fellow Tom. I don't think I've ever told this story.
Oh, yeah.
I was at Salami Studios, which is the name of a studio out in the valley. They record a lot of anime, a lot of voiceover, everything. And we're taking a break, and they have little snacks, and actors, are always hungry 24/7. So I'm having like a little snack, maybe a little carrot or anything, a chip, something. And there's a guy next to me, and we're like both silently grazing, together with our little plates of snacks. And I go, hey, this is great. My name's Tom. He goes, yeah, my name's Tom. I go, great. Are you doing a session? He goes, yeah, you? I go, yeah, okay. See you later. So it was Tom Kenny, and he was doing a SpongeBob.
Yeah. Nice, right?
Wow.
And it was just everyone is just they wanted to be actors like we wanted to be actors, and there's a childlike quality to it, and you know, you want to deliver the goods, you want to bring it, you know. But I'm sorry, I distracted. So from 91 on, Guyver, Digimon, go. Give me more. Give me more.
Jordan, I know you want to ask something. I want to interject something real quick. Tom, you brought up that you're known for Agumon, and it just kind of popped in my head, and I'm curious. How do you feel knowing that you voiced like the mascot for Digimon?
Well, man,
right? I mean, it's pretty much Agumon and Gabumon as far as like the two mascots.
So it's so amazing, and I think it took a lot of time for me to realize. So at the time, we're in the booth and we're doing it, and it's going on TV, but Dorothy and I don't really watch what we do, and we didn't have a kid then. So like, I'm not really grasping. You go, you do, and then you get paid a little bit, and you go on to the next one, and they call you, oh, we got another Digimon for you. Okay, great. Okay. But I have no idea until my cousin Heidi calls me. Shout out to Heidi in New York. And she calls me and goes, she had little kids, her kids, Nate and she's so beautiful. What's her name? Oh, my God. Lily. Nate and Lily. So she goes, oh, Nate and Lily love Digimon. You know, we were in Toys R Us and we bought your toy. Oh. I'm like, what? They go, yeah, we bought your toy. I'm like, what toy is it? Oh, it's definitely your voice because you're Agumon, right? So then I go to Toys R Us. Oh my God. We didn't have a kid then. So I had never gone into Toys R Us. And then I find the toy.
Press the button.
I still have it in the closet.
We have it.
And it's kind of slow now. It's like, you know, but anyway, I press the button and it's like, hey, Ty, it's me. So it's totally me.
They took his voice.
So then I go to my agent and I go, hey,
put it in a toy.
What's going on here? And so Saban, are they around anymore?
I don't even know.
I told this story on a podcast.
That was not
and
cool.
when I got to this part, the hosts were like, oh yeah, we've heard stuff about Saban. So anyway, what they did at the time is they just lifted characters' voices from episodes and put them out in toys, but then we shook them down for some money.
You're supposed to pay the actor for that.
Well, we shook them down, Jojo and Jordan. We shook them down.
It's funny that you say that because, you know, as we said in the beginning of this, like, we're big like Power Ranger fans too. I would say the Trinity for me was Godzilla, Power Rangers, and Digimon growing up. Those were the three main shows. And I've listened to a lot of interviews with Power Ranger actors, and we've actually had a couple of them on the show so far. And it seems to be that Saban was very
little
nice,
a little weaselly.
Yeah, a little weaselly. And in fact, that's why a lot of the turnover was so high in like Power Rangers and stuff, because like Austin, Twee, and Walter, they left the original Rangers because of pay disputes. And they actually kind of had a similar story where, you know, they didn't know for 6 months how big the show was. And then Austin went to go to the store and was like mobbed by people. And he's like, well, wait a minute. Where's my royalties? My face is on all these shirts and toys and
So, I didn't know it was that. And then right after the Heidi story with the toy, they called me and they go, "Hey, we want you to go to the Fox lot." So that the 20th Century Fox lot, which is not where we recorded. I'm like, "What for?" And they go, "We want you to do the voice for a commercial, and you can find it somewhere." And I've yet to find. Okay, so it was basically this. You'll get it right away. Yeah. Hi, I'm Agumon. Watch me on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I'll be in the float. Look for me. See you later. Pepper breath. It was something. It was something like that, and it must have been
a balloon of Agumon.
I guess the fans know. I guess it's probably you can find the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade for the year 2000,
something like that.
And I guess there's an Agumon float. So I did a special commercial for it. So that's how we're starting to get to know. Like, oh man, I guess this thing is freaking popular now. But I mean, you know, and then they went on to Tamers and they switched. I think they had Brian Beacock play Agumon because I think for one season, you know. And then, you know, they called me back and we did the Digimon Tri movies and various Digimon video games,
Digimon iterations,
all the way up to a new movie. Do you know are you guys aware? Let me see if they are. I'm sure they are.
Digimon the movies.
Have you guys the new Blu-ray and all that? Yeah.
We got a question on that for you. Oh yeah.
Okay. They brought us back for that. We were so happy.
So most fans will always prefer the original movie written by Jeff Nimoy and Bob Buchholz
because the script is
funny, and that's what you grew up watching, and you always remember what you watched when you were a kid.
Yeah.
But the new one, they added 10 more minutes to all three
more than
parts.
that. A bunch of stuff they had originally cut, they added it back and redid the script.
But
and when we all came back,
I hear that people really like it because it's more accurate to the Japanese.
Yeah.
But everyone seems to remember the original music. Yeah. That's a complaint I hear from people. They go, dude, I love the 2000 movie, the music. Yeah, I guess there's new music now, I guess. Yeah.
Yes,
that music
was that music was amazing. Like, so I love the fact that when Discotheque released the new Blu-rays, that they came out with the original one, from 25 years ago, and then they redubbed the American one with more singing. And they also gave you the Japanese version,
right,
which was a great amazing
package. You get all of them.
Sadly, 4 actors have passed away or retired or whatever, and one of the people they got are pretty amazing. And the sweetest story we heard is Bob Pappenbrook, who played War Greymon, I believe. He had a guttural voice. Hey Tom, how's it going? He had a big voice. So he's since passed away, but his son Bryce Pappenbrook is like all the rage. You know what I'm saying? I call him the young gun. Yeah. Like we're at a convention and I got a nice line. She's got a nice line. His line goes on. His line goes on for Cleveland. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like, hey Bryce, I knew you when you was a little kid. You know, but they got him to do his dad's War Greymon, and they tweaked his voice because he can't.
They wanted him to do it because of the legacy, but then they had to tweak it so it would sound like.
But anyway, we're still at it. I can't tell you how many times someone may have said, only once or twice have they said, "Well, I guess that's the last time you're playing Agumon." I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll believe it when I see it. You know,
I agree. It's the funny thing is, when I purchased the Blu-ray DVDs, specifically the movie that we were just talking about, I was looking into it because who was the name of the father again? Who was
Bob Pappenbrook, and his son is Bryce
Pappenbrook. Yes, and Bryce Pappenbrook he's making a name for himself.
He's a superstar now.
He's a wonderful guy and a great actor. Great actor.
So when I saw that his father played Greymon in the first portion of the American Digimon movie, and they hired Bryce to reprise his father's role, I was like, wow, what an honor.
I know.
Next time I see Bryce, I know what I'm going to have him sign for me.
So sweet. Yeah. But when we meet you guys and when we meet the fans, that's when we really hear. It's very humbling for us. I mean, it's unexpected. It's fantastic. Yeah. Meeting all you guys, it's fantastic. I mean, we're talking Digimon, and it happened. It started 25 years ago, 1998, 1999.
We have no idea when we're recording it. Way back then, that it will have such an impact on people's lives.
I think so really far touching. This interview, you need less me and more Dorothy. Now, Dorothy, can you give them a little bit of Rosemon and Lilymon? Can you give them a little?
All right. Lilymon Digivolve 2.
Oh my
God!
I love it.
That was.
I was really happy that they let me do Rosemon, because usually when someone digivolved, they gave it to another actor, but I get to do Lilymon and Rosemon. Yeah, baby.
And according to some of the fans we've met who are Digimon fanatics like you guys, they tell me that I've played more parts.
Oh,
they're like, dude, you played this and Sub Marimon and you played this. Because when we were around, they go, and Tom, we want you to do this guy too.
Yeah.
Like, the voiceover sessions were only 2 hours long. So you would do one episode or maybe two episodes.
And then they throw in other little parts.
So if Agumon only had X amount of lines and I've got an hour left, they're like, okay, you're going to play this other part.
Yeah.
And then you're going to do Walla. Do you guys know what Walla is?
No.
So Walla.
It's the background voices in the scene. Like
if there's a crowd
of people,
they have actors come in. That's the only time we would see everybody. They'd have like 8 of us. I'd see Joshua Seth and Steve Bloom and Wendy Lee and Dorothy and I. Maybe the 5-6 of us would be a group, and they'll show a scene at an amusement park where a lot of action is happening, and they're like, you guys are screaming for like 20 seconds.
So then
so they go, you're in on the third beep. So it'll be like, or the fourth beep. It'll be beep, beep, beep. Yeah. Oh my God!
Or be like, oh, you played that mom and a child. Mommy, I want cotton candy. It's just something you make up from silence.
Yeah. So it's very playful and it's very improvisational.
Oh yeah.
And it's giving voice to the background
to just
scenes.
fill out the scenes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now it's time to show you some things that have been given to us. One guy comes up to me last week. This is a shout out to Paul. Paul lives in North Carolina, and he says to me, Tom, this is the first card ever put out of Agumon. I want you to have it. He just hands it to me. Just hands it to me.
Oh my God.
And then he goes, here, Tom, take this one, Tom. You might like this one. Take that.
Tilt it. This is yeah, there you go.
And then this is you, right? Is this you?
Is this me? No, this is not me.
Yeah, then he goes, Tom, this is a really cool one. I want you to have it. Here, just take it.
Oh my God, Agumon.
Right? Oh my God. I love that one. He gave me a stack of Lilymon and Rosemon cards. He's like, here, I want you to have these.
I'm like, Paul, what do you do? What do you do in the real world, Paul? Wow. This is him in North Carolina. He goes, I work for cyber security. But Digimon's my passion, and I have like so many boxes of cards. I just want to give them to you guys. Here, Tom. Here's my final one. Take this. This was the winner of the fan art.
They did fan art. Cards. There we go. And
I'm sorry. I want you guys to see it.
No, that's so cool. Thank you for sharing that.
He gave me some really beautiful foil
after
cards.
He gave us all those cards, I'm like, bro, let us sign something for you. I mean, you're being a little bit too crazy here.
I know.
And he's like, okay, sign this one card that I brought. And I don't have it because he said it's a War Greymon card that sold for $10,000. And he has like 4 of them.
He has, like incredibly rare cards.
So we signed that, and he wouldn't allow us to sign it for free. He paid us, and he goes, but you know what? He's talking to me and Josh. Josh was like next to me. Dorothy was over here. Yep. We're having a little Digimon moment here, like we're having now. And he's like, I do have this skateboard. It just came out. And Josh is like, yeah, I know. I've been signing those. Bring Digimon it tomorrow,
skateboard,
and we'll sign it for nothing. So we signed it, and on Dorothy's Instagram, Dorothy Fahn, and Joshua Seth's Instagram, look for the picture of us with Paul and this gorgeous,
beautiful skateboard.
Yeah, and also, really awesome. I just want to say, Josh and I did like a little skit about coffee, and
my God,
people are going crazy.
On social media.
It's just fun. It's fun to see it. Whenever we see him out of boredom while we're waiting there, I'm like, let's just do something. So we do the voices, and what's funny? Josh is always so mad at me because Joshua Seth, he's like, dude, when I talk, I am Thai. That's my lame impression of him. He's but he goes, but you don't sound like Agumon until you like gotta go, hey, how's it?
Yeah, his natural voice is very
Thai. He can't hide it.
I know.
I know you've got more questions, but can Dorothy and I tell you about our first audition for Digimon? Yes. Would that be something you want to talk about?
That was one of the questions.
Oh, great.
Okay. Well, no. So
tell them what it's like to go to the audition.
So we did Power Rangers and Saban. So Saban's doing Digimon now. They call us in to audition all the people that they've worked with on Power Rangers. And so we go in, and they've got this coffee table with all these sheets of paper with pictures of the characters and little descriptions and lines of the characters.
And it's 1998, and we have no idea what Digimon is.
We have no idea. So we're going by what the characters look like. I'm like, oh, Gatomon is cute. I like this one. So I go in and I audition for Gatomon and whoever, and I think I auditioned for Lilymon too. And they ended up giving me Lilymon and Ty's mom, which I didn't even audition for. They just thought my speaking voice.
Side note, she plays a lot of moms.
I play so many moms.
Oh my God. Tell them all the moms you played on. So tell them.
I can't even remember.
Tell them. Demon Slayer.
I'm the mom in Demon Slayer. I'm the mom in Komi Can't Communicate. I'm Asana's mom in Sword Art Online. I'm Arte's mom and Arte. I'm so many moms. It's insane.
Can you hear it though? But can you hear that mom voice right now?
No, I can't.
And I'm Ty's mom. Would you like some 3-bean salad?
Yeah.
That's okay. I only had 2 beans anyway.
So I get there and I'm looking at all these characters and I don't know what to think. But I look at the little yellow guy, right? I look at him and I see the little yellow dinosaur and I'm like looking at him and all the actors are there. Like you're trying to like find your own space. Sometimes you take they give you a little bit of the script. It's called the sides, and it has like 3 or 4 lines for Agumon. So I think I go outside with her. I'm trying to like make sense. I'm trying to come, and you're playing. It's really first impressions. So so Stella Adler, the great acting teacher, said acting is all about the choice you make. So I must have made the right choice or the choice that everyone liked or whatever, because I just looked at him and I was like, hey, look, he's kind of a cute little guy. Hey, look at this guy. Hey, what's happening? So like I locked on that kind of thing, like a sweet kind of thing. So I did it, and apparently they liked it, and here we are. So years later, I heard the Japanese original source for Agumon, which is a female actress, voiceover actress in Japan, and she's doing like tai chi,
Wow.
tai chi, like
so different.
So I think they liked me because I didn't sound like the Japanese, like they wanted to make an American version, and saying. And now somebody just paid me a very sweet compliment the other day because they said they watched the 2020 version of Digimon, which none of us were asked to be in because they said they were doing a whole new thing. And to be honest with you, I have no problem with that because acting is brutal. Yeah. And I don't begrudge any actor getting a gig. You hear what I'm saying? So the actor who played Agumon is a wonderful young actor named Ben. Do you guys know his last name? Oh my God, you gotta look him up. I can't leave him out. Shout out to Ben. And on a podcast with Joshua Seth, he said, he goes, how do you feel about playing Agumon? And this wonderful young actor said, well, Tom Fawn's really Agumon. I'm just doing the best I can. And I guess they made him sound more like Tai Chi, more of the
Japanese version. Yes.
Yeah. I totally get that. I mean, please look the actor up. I have to give him credit while we're
talking. No, most definitely will. As a matter of fact, that is one of our questions that we wanted to ask you guys. Once we received the news that Digimon Adventure 2020 was going to get a proper English dub, hearing the news that they were going to bringing these new actors to play these beloved characters.
Ben Diskin. Shout out to Ben Diskin, working actor. Go Ben.
Yeah.
So
yes.
I don't know about you, Joe, but when I heard the news that these, childhood heroes of ours weren't going to be coming back, it was kind of I don't know. I was questioning myself a lot. What were your guys' initial thoughts of that?
We were like, we went and had a drink and went, F them if they don't want to call us. Bartender, another round. No, I mean,
No, I mean,
we can't control.
Seems to be that it was like a thing that was happening. They were rebooting stuff for a while there with completely new people. They rebooted Trigun, didn't get to be in it. Hi, I'm Meryl. Whatever. All new cast except for Johnny. They got Johnny Young Bosch. Wait, pause. Also, reboot of Rurouni Kenshin. None of us were asked to do it. All new cast. I'm like, Richard Cancino. Did they ask you? No, me neither. Okay, we're out. And then Digimon too. We're like, okay, so this is a trend. That's what they're doing. They're rebooting with all new casts. I mean, that's fine if that's what they want to do. We still work. We still work on other projects. And we feel proud of the work that we did on the projects that we did back then. So it's totally fine.
And also, may I say that we can't control, like we put it out there that we're available. Yeah. Our agents, managers, everybody who knows us, and everyone has the numbers. But, we can't make them call us. So, like, I'm grateful every time I
can't make you love me. Sorry.
Dorothy actually has a beautiful voice. But we can't make it, they're going to do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? I think like people come up to me and they go, I didn't really watch Digimon. I watched Pokemon. I'm like, okay.
All right.
And then someone comes up to me and goes, I watched Digimon. There was a big fight in school. Pokemon, Digimon. I was a Digimon guy. The other day at a convention in Long Beach earlier in the year in January, a guy comes up to me, sees on my banner that it's Agumon. He goes, are you Agumon? I go, yeah. He goes, original Agumon? I go, yeah. And he comes up close and he goes, I just want to let you know, bro, Digimon's better. And then he just walked away.
Well, I can tell you right now, without a shadow of a doubt, that everybody here at MWA, all the hosts, we are Team Digimon, 1,000%.
I love Team Digimon.
Yeah.
But Jordan, I know you have a question for Dorothy, so go ahead, because it ties into Team Digimon. So
more fan art. Yeah. Somebody made this
cute.
for me.
I love it.
I guess it's a sticker. I love it.
Dorothy, besides being in Digimon, you had partaken in so many roles. Just mentioning it just recently, Naruto,
freaking legend,
Conan, and
he's a
you
legend.
were also in Pokemon playing Agatha from one of the Elite Four.
Yeah,
the difference working for these other big name franchises outside of Digimon?
I think it's awesome.
It is awesome. I was like him playing Pilaf. There's another actor. There's several other actors who do it.
Chuck Huber. Yeah, Huber is the. How do you say his name?
I don't know.
Chuck is the original
Pilaf. But several actors, and I know that several actors have played Agatha. So when they had me come in for Pokemon Masters and Pokemon Masters EX, and they had me doing Agatha and Marley. I don't know if anyone has done Marley before, but I know Barbara Goodson has done Agatha, and I think Ellen Stern might have played her. I can't remember, but a bunch of people that I know have already played that character. So it was weird to me, but in a way, not unheard of. It's you find that often in, I guess, long-running projects that somehow they'll get a different actor to do it now. Like Brian Peacock did Agumon for a season. So I feel like really happy to be a part of it. I will say that.
and segueing, though I want you to keep it on Dorothy, regarding Pilaf, they like if you have a Funko Pop.
They love it.
I did not embrace this for a while because I dubbed Pilaf on Dragon Ball Super Toon Asia, right? So like
they re-recorded
the whole season, and they had it just a new English dub for Toon Asia. I don't know what was wrong with the old dub, but that is what I did, and I'm funny on it. Hey, Pilaf, I did my thing. And so I tell the people when they come up and they go, will you sign the Funko Pop? And I'm like, I'm just going to tell you, Chuck is the original. I'm one of 4 or 5. You can look it up on the internet. They have all the information.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I said, I'm one of 4 or 5 actors to play it. And they go, no, dude, you're Pilaf. Sign it. Okay. I'm like, okay. They want. That means they want every Pilaf.
Yeah.
So is it safe to say that you guys are both Team Digimon, or are you guys Team Pokemon?
Oh, Digimon, baby!
Come on. What's the matter, Joe? Have you been drinking? What's going on, man? Wait over to the Pokemon.
Into digital junk.
No, just Team Digimon for life here, for sure.
Yeah,
but an actor will go where the actor gotta go.
Yeah, you take the job.
Who's that wonderful actress? Tara Sands. Tara Sands. She's adorable.
Pokemon.
Shout out Tara Sands from New Jersey.
So
she is in Pokemon and Digimon.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna be in. Can we tell them? We're gonna be at Anime Las Vegas
at the end of March.
At the end of the next month. We try and do one convention a month, if possible. Yeah. Because we got family out here in LA, and there's a lot of commitments and things like that. But it's nice to go once a month, and we don't want to oversaturate. I don't want people to go, Tom Fahn again? My God.
What? You guys
I'm sorry, Joe, didn't mean to interrupt you. The reason I mentioned that we'll be at Anime Las Vegas is they've got a couple of cast reunions. They've got a Naruto reunion, and they've got a Digimon reunion, but they don't have Joshua.
They don't have Josh though.
So, please, people, get Joshua Seth. He's such a nice boy.
Yes.
Where's Ty?
You can say that over there.
I need you guys to come to
I'll be saying all weekend.
Area. I need you guys to say it again. I need you guys to come to the Chicagoland area so we can meet face to face.
Man,
I would love to come there again.
We know a wonderful guy named Ryan, and he does shows in the Midwest, and he got us to that one at the Chicago airport called
Alt
Delete. But I hear there's a really good one, and that one's a great one.
That one's great.
But there's one in downtown Chicago. It might be Chicago Anime.
I don't
know
what it is. But
whatever. I want to go to that one.
But we're not in Chicago this year.
Joe, can you reach out? Joe, can you send out an email to the Chicago people and go, hey, can you get Tom and Dorothy Fahn? And also, Jordan, not to be left out, can you write the Connecticut anime people and go, hey, how about Tom and Dorothy Fahn?
Use your clap, baby.
Yeah, we will.
Use your MWA clap.
Yeah.
We'll make them an offer they can't refuse.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Joe. What I said.
Don't interfere.
Read the funny papers.
That's pretty damn good.
Went off on Godfather.
That's good. I like it. You guys talked about like the audition process. I'm curious, is there something you guys look for by the director, some type of guidance or something when you get these characters? Are they telling you, hey, like what do you need to hear to find the voice? I guess is what I'm asking.
So when it comes to auditioning, you're not given a lot of information. Sometimes they show you obviously the character, and sometimes they'll give you a voice reference of the Japanese. They'll go, here's the voice, try and sound like this, or here's the voice, don't sound anything like this. So and they'll give you other references like I just had an audition the other day for something, and they go, listen to Javier Bardem in No Country for Old, like that kind of texture, so it does. So, but the audition, you get a couple of bits of information, but then you just go for it.
Yeah.
And out here in LA, man, there's like how many voiceover actors are there?
800,000.
There's a lot of people out here, and that's why if I was an actor in Chicago, Joey Jojo, I would be maybe a little bit of a big fish in a smaller pond, though I'm sure there's a lot of people in Chicago. And we have an actor. We have a great friend who moved to Reno because his wife is from there, and they're actors. And he's like, there's one agent, and I see the same 5 people at auditions. I'm like,
and they've done commercials.
And they've been doing commercials. And I'm like, so
great. Big fish, small pond.
Yeah. But we're here in LA, and regarding the audition, they give you a couple of things, and you got to go for it. Now, when you get cast, so sometimes we get called, you might like this question, Joey, Jojo, and Jordan. Sometimes we get called to do a thing. Like I got called to do JoJo's Bizarre Freakazoid.
That was fun to work on.
We both worked on that show. And they call us, and we don't know what we're playing. We have no idea. Till we get there. And I show up, and it's a 2-hour session. They book you like 12 to 2. So you show up, you drank a cup of tea, hopefully you've had your water, you're warming up in the car on the freeway,
on the way
going I want everyone to do this warm up with me right now. Both of you ready?
I can't even do it.
I can't even do it. I'm laughing at the same time.
No excuses. Couple of yawns. So you're on the freeway going to the audition. The people are looking at you like, what the hell's the matter with that guy? Oh, in LA, they go, oh, an actor. Pretty common. Yeah. So you get to the session, you've warmed up your voice. For JoJo, I have no idea what I'm playing. I walk in, they go, here's the character. I'm like, oh, okay, sweet Jesus. They go, yeah, you're a psychopath. I'm like, okay. Great. And then we try and find the voice. What are you? You got whatever it is. And they go, okay, that's good. Stay right there. And then now we go one line at a time, right? And you're watching the sync and then God bless them. Now they save the fight scene or the death scene
to the end
of the session because you're not going to have much voice when you're screaming, and then you're done. And I get in the car and I'm sweating and I'm hungry and I need water and I have no idea what I just did, but I'm grateful that they've got it. They've recorded it. So
how do you keep all your voices separate? Like how do you when you're playing? How do you not fall back into Agumon or Lilymon or something that you've done a million times?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not necessarily something you've done a million times, but at this point, most of the people who hire us know our work, and they might want us to sound similar to a specific character that we've done before. I want you to do it like you would, Lilymon, but like age her down a little bit more, make her like maybe 5 years older or something. So we try it a couple of times. They're like, that's the voice, set that, and then you go, and that becomes your voice for that character.
What's the show I did that's on Netflix now? I did episode 1,
Sandland.
Oh
my god!
I guess Sandland is a famous anime that was never dubbed.
Yep.
And now we've dubbed it in the last year or two. And Wendy Lee, one of the best directors ever and a great actress, she directed me. And I'm on episode 1 of Sandland. And you can hear me because she goes, I just want your regular voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what is my regular voice? She goes, what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Just I play the thing. And then we got done early. And she's like, all right, let's play some other parts. So, and I like playing other parts because then and now I don't want to sound because they just established me as a character. So I can't sound like that character.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm like a security guard. So I'm like, hey, Jordan, what are you doing? So that's that character. And now she's got a couple more characters. So I'm like, oh, okay, Joe, what do you know? So that, you keep, it's like you got to keep pulling from it's playtime, man. It's kids on the playground. It's kindergarten and you're on the playground. I mean,
they'll like
every actor is an idiot and silly and childlike. And if they don't say that to you, then they're lying.
So they'll often do that. You'll go in and they'll have several roles for you to do, and one is usually in your normal voice.
Maybe actors are not an idiot.
And then they'll want like a grandmother or somebody who's whatever, and and then they want little kid or whatever, something like that. It's always
we were at a convention and they're asking her. They're all about Conan. They're all about Conan. And then finally she does the voice. And one little kid was like,
the kid comes up to me and he was wearing an Akatsuki robe. And I'm like, oh, so, Akatsuki, you're a Naruto fan. Yeah. And I'm like, do you know Conan? Do you like Conan? He's like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I go, come here. Let me have your ear. And I come up to him and I go, the Akatsuki are not evil.
Stop.
And he's like,
while she did that voice to this sweet little kid, I got on my iPhone and I just I just kept kidding, and I took 3 of him basically going like
you see the transition each picture.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I think you just gave Jordan the EBGBs.
I hope so.
The voice landed and I saw him react.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
Listen, this whole interview is giving me the heebie-jeebies. Oh my goodness.
You guys are great. You guys are
you guys are great. This is the easiest interview we've ever done. Your energy's amazing. You guys are great. We love it.
Sadly, this is what you get. This is it. This is Tom and Dorothy Fahn. We're not holding back.
And we love it.
As my brother Jonathan says, who's also a wonderful actor. What did he play on?
He played Shikamaru's father. He played on Naruto.
On Naruto.
Yeah.
And he says to me, he goes, "You guys did a podcast? Yeah. Did you let Dorothy talk?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did."
That is hilarious.
More questions. Come on, give us some more.
Of course. We just got a few more, then we're gonna wrap things up. All right. So one of them, again, this is pertaining to Digimon, specifically your most recent project with the remastered dubbing of, if not just the Digimon movie, but all 3 of the Japanese English dubbed movies. Now, there were a bunch of new characters that were also included in this as well, to partake in some roles that unfortunately others couldn't reprise because either they were retired or they're no longer here with us.
Right.
One of them being a newly found friend of ours that we have interviewed previously in the past, in Eli Farmer, who ended up playing as Joe Keto in the Digimon remastered movies.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't know him. I don't know him. Is he good? He's
great. And he's such a sweet guy. Honestly, he deserves all the success just because of how nice of a guy he was.
Well, you know what, man? In my opinion, that's the only way to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, there's no time. We go to these conventions, man, and we get the love from people. I was talking to Bo Billingsley about a week ago, and he goes, "Are you doing any conventions?" I go, "Yeah, I got one next week." He goes, "Yeah, so do I." He goes, "You know what it is, man? It's a love fest.
Yeah,
like
it is a love fest.
You're receiving the love,
giving, receiving,
and
love.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't know that Eli, but I know that Marissa, right?
Marissa
Lenti, lovely actress and amazing director, and gigantic Digimon fan. while we were there, she had all the Digimon.
Oh, plushies.
She had plushies and toys laid out.
Oh my God.
You couldn't have
amazing.
a more Digimon loving fan.
Yes.
Be the director.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
And so if she cast Eli and whoever else, then she knows what's up. Everything that I've shown you, I've been given at a convention.
They constantly bring you gifts.
Can I offer you guys about 17 key changes? It's unbelievable.
Keychain. I have a bunch of Conan stuff, a bunch of Meryl stuff, fan art, paintings. That's very cute. Oh,
I mean, that's what the community's about, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We want to give what you guys have given us. And ironically enough, Eli Farmer, when we were talking to him, when we were live with him, he was just as big of a Digimon fan like me and Joe. And when he got the role of playing as Joe Keto, he was just like, no way. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. So for you guys, what advice would you guys give any upcoming voice actors all over the world?
Well, I'll just say this, and then I'll answer that. Who's the lovely girl? Molly. So we're at a convention in North Carolina, and we're with these actors, and I always call the people who are half our age.
Yeah.
Who are at conventions after like a year or two. And we've been at it like 30 years. Yeah. I call them the young guns. Mm-hmm. I'm like, they didn't have conventions years ago. Yeah. And one wonderful girl waited till the last day and then came up. We have been saying hello to her. Yeah. What was her full name?
I don't know. Molly somebody.
It's not Molly. I'm going to give you her name, but you tell her what she said to you.
She said to me that I inspired her to be a voice actor.
Wow.
I'm like,
from what
oh
part?
My God. I think it was, she mentioned Renea, which is one of the characters I play in the Fire Emblem series.
Molly Zhang.
I think it's Zhang.
Molly Zhang.
Yeah. Anyway.
She's wonderful and talented.
So I'm like, oh my God, Renea. No one ever gives me Renea love. It's all about Mercedes. So I'm like, here is a Renea print. I'm gonna sign for you, Molly, right now. Yeah. Boom. And we got a picture together.
So that's wild. Amazing. Like we didn't get into anime because we grew up watching anime and wanted to do anime. We got into anime because someone called and said, hey, you want to do a voice?
Yeah.
I mean, we're just trying to work as an actor. Advice. I'll start and you finish because you're great at it. So we tell everyone that you should take an acting class because voice acting is acting, get in a school play, wherever you are right now, audition for the school play, a church play, just be a community theater, take an acting class. Very important. It's okay to fail. Allow yourself to fail, to play, take an improv class. And then of course, take a voiceover class. You can Google you right now, Jordan in Connecticut. You right now, Joey Jojo in Chicago. You can go on Google and type up, and I want your audience to listen to this, type up your zip code, a +, and voiceover class. There's always somebody teaching a voiceover class, always.
And there's online classes.
Now they have Joshua Seth teaches online, Steve Bloom, and then tell them about
Steve Bloom.
Yeah, tell them about the other one. The
website?
So, yeah.
Okay, so D. Bradley Baker, this wonderful voice actor, I think he works in Star Wars all the time. Anyway, he has put together a website for aspiring voice actors, and it is called I Want to Be a Voice Actor.com. And it's literally pages and pages of information. If you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, if you want to take classes, if you need to make demos, it is all there. I tell everyone to go to his website.
But whether you're an actor now or you always wanted to be an actor or you just want to do voiceovers, do it. Don't overthink it. Give it a shot. Yeah. I mean, you don't want to get to be 80 years old and you're sitting on the front porch and you're like, I wish. Why the hell? Why didn't I try it? This is a good voice to be or not to be. Why didn't I do something?
You should have done it.
Actually, anyway, but we're joking around, but that's sincere.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. You have nothing to lose. And though on Digimon Tamers, Mary Elizabeth
this is why we're doing
asked Dorothy and I, she goes, you're a married couple, you're crazy.
Babamon and Digimon.
You're crazy. Babamon and Digimon. Do you guys remember those guys?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
I want you to play Babamon and Digimon. there's this couple, you can't see their face, they're very hairy, and they're fighting all the time. We want you to do it like Princess Bride, like Billy Crystal and Carol Kane. And we're like, oh, we are so there for that. Oh my God, yeah. Here we are. That's me. That's Babamon. That's me. That's me. Yeah, that's you.
You what woman?
I
love you. I hate you. I love you. Yeah.
So that was us.
and if you watch that episode, my little sister Melissa is one of the voices.
Yeah.
On Digimon Tamers.
On Tamers, she's got a really good part.
Can I show you some more fan art? It'll take 1 second. Are you ready?
Yes. Go right ahead.
But
tell them
I wanted to
thing.
say a couple other things. Acting class is good. Improv class is very good because you need to be quick on the uptake. Often, if they call you in and you're going to do a job, you have to be able to take whatever direction there is and go with it immediately. Yeah. If they give you direction and you do the same thing you just did before, they're probably not going to hire you again. You need to be go with the flow.
Take a class. You'll learn everything.
Class,
here you go. Watch this. Hold
singing class.
Watch it. Look at this one. Look how beautiful that. Let's see. Help me do this. I want them to be able.
Let me see.
Guyver.
Agumon, Sho, and Guyver, and Krablante from One Punch Man.
Right, and that same person gave me this one. There's a Konan up here. The flower's really small. A little tiny Sumugi from Danganronpa, and a Chihiro from Danganronpa also.
Man, all we can say is tremendous shout out to the fans. We're losing the light.
Oh, I know.
What happened to it?
I don't know. There we go.
We're fading into the woodwork. Yeah. I'm sorry. I guess we talk too much. Here we go.
Is there such a thing as talking too much? Oh, I wanted to say this other thing though. Advice to people who think they want to be voice actors. I think you should always pursue what it is that you love.
Yeah.
Pursue that as much as you can. However, you got to be open to your path branching somewhere else, such as I wanted to be a stage actress. I was pursuing that. I was doing that. He was doing commercial acting. But then this voiceover thing fell in our lap and it ended up taking over everything. Yeah. So we're on this path, but it branched over here. And we love that. You might pursue voice acting. And in the course of, doing that, you might decide, wow, you know what? I like engineering stuff. I like being on that side. And that might be your new path. And that might be glorious.
And that goes for everything in life. You got to
be open.
That goes for anything in life, every job, whatever. You got to be open. You have to take the action. There's an old joke about the guy who
the guy who wants to win the lottery.
The guy who wants to win the lottery. So
please let me win the lottery. Please.
He prays to God. Let me win the lottery. He prays every day, and he never wins the lottery. Then he prays a week later. He never wins the lottery. And then on the third week, he goes, God, please let me win the lottery. He doesn't win the lottery. And then finally he hears a voice.
God says, buy a ticket. Yeah. Buy a ticket. Help me out here.
Meaning you gotta take the action.
You gotta take
the action. You gotta put it out there. You gotta be brave. You gotta go, I want to try this. Now I'm gonna show you something else. Guy comes up to me at a convention and he gives me this.
A Guyver. Is that the 3D printing?
He made it on 3D printing.
And then painted.
This is because that's my character Sho in the Guyver. He gave me one and I signed one for him. And it's pretty tricky signing these things. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Really cool.
And in the words of the Guyver, which you should not know because it's too violent and you're nice boys.
Guyver! Yeah. There you go. That's his favorite line.
I love it. So we're going just a little over an hour here. Do you guys mind? Could I take a couple chat questions and throw them?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Just real quick. I don't want to be rude with your guys' time or anything.
No, we're okay. We talk too much anyway. Go ahead.
Let's see. Eric here wants to know, what is your favorite character you both have played besides your Digimon characters and why?
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is crazy because I've played like 900,000 characters and I love them all. I love all the characters I played, but Meryl from Trigun, who was one of the first characters I played, it was my first really big lead role. I think I love her the best because, and this is going to sound crazy, I feel like I was most like her than any other character I played.
Wow.
She was really gung-ho about doing her job right. And she also like freaked out and she was like crazy sometimes. And I'm like, I can relate to this girl.
And I have I'll answer your question in a second. I have a quick Trigun aside. So she just got a Funko Pop for her
I have
character
2 now from
like a year or 2 ago,
Yeah.
like 20
Nice.
years later. And so our
So
daughter
long.
said, let's watch Trigun.
Let's watch it.
And I'm like, sure, I
I've
never
never
watched
seen
it.
it.
And
I've
Dorothy
never
hadn't
seen
watched
it.
it. So we watched 2 a night on Hulu for like a week or whatever, 22 episodes,
It holds
23, whatever. And Dorothy's great. She's killing it. And on and Jeff Nimoy's great. And Johnny Youngbosch is great. And
Richard
Leah Sargent.
Cancino. Yeah, they're all
And my brother Jonathan's on one
wonderful.
episode. Anyway, and every now and then our daughter goes, Daddy, that's you. You just got shot.
Yeah.
or Daddy, that's you. You're the bartender. So apparently I mopped up on that show. I played all the miscellaneous.
He did like additional voices.
But I didn't
bunch of
remember
episodes.
because it's been so long. I loved playing this character, Rocco Bonaro, on episode 8 of Cowboy Bebop because he's kind of big and broad in the beginning, which I can do. Of course, you can see I'm not so low-key. And then it gets very sweet and very intimate and kind of wonderful near the end. And I don't watch my stuff, but someone showed me it like about 5 years ago, and I went, you know what? That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
You know, so
Nice.
Yeah.
Eric has a follow-up question here. Do either of you have a franchise that would be a dream to work for?
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
Looney Tunes.
Is that yours?
I'd do anything in Looney Tunes, any character, a new character, any Warner Brothers Looney Tunes, something, I don't know, anything. Something big and broad and over the top. I'd love to do it.
I would love to work in a Star Wars or Star Trek franchise.
And that's right.
And let me tell you, it is so difficult to even get an audition for any of those projects. Can I tell you, in like all my years of doing this, I've had one audition.
Do your audition for them because I think it's pretty good.
Well, yeah,
Just
no,
do it,
here's no.
Just do it.
Here's what I did. I told people that my only audition for either Star Wars or Star Trek was for Star Trek Picard. It was an audition for a computer voice on one of the ships. And I thought I did a really good job as the computer voice. Guess what? Didn't get it.
Yeah, well.
And I was so upset. That was my dream.
It's only because
role.
the only thing you can control as an actor
is your audition.
Yep. You
Wow.
can't look ahead and go, I hope I get this. I wish I get this. We want to get everything we audition for. But the only thing you can control is doing a great audition. And since COVID,
that's all you can do.
She mentioned this briefly earlier. Since COVID, everyone has a little booth in their home now. It wasn't like that before.
You had to make one.
Before COVID, you were driving to out into the valley or the west side or all over LA, and to go get in traffic, to go get in a room with a bunch of other actors, which was nice to see people, and then go in and do it. They recorded you and they submitted you.
Yeah.
Now, since COVID, everyone has a little booth at home. She's actually taken this front closet here. My suits and jackets are out the window. I don't know where they are. And she's like gutted this. She's more technical than me. She's unbelievable. But the thing of it is, she's got a great setup. And she's recorded video games right here from our little home in West LA. Which I'm sounding like it's so unbelievable. It's very common for everyone.
Now it's common.
But I go in the other closet and put a little towel over my head and do the auditions because I literally cannot fit in this booth over here. Like I can't. And also, I prefer to go to the studio. So even during COVID, I would write them, I will come to the studio. And I would go, and it would just be me, and the engineer would be over there. Everyone's wearing masks until you record. And because you know what, man, I'm not an engineer. You have to be one now. But I'm not. I'm an actor.
That's the hardest part.
But you have to kind of
engineer.
Like getting back to the wonderful Bryce Papenbrook. He told me about his booth, and I'm like, dude, sounds like the nicest booth. I mean, you know, Steve Bloom. They all have beautiful booths because that's what we're supposed to do. You know, so maybe
I have a closet.
Yeah, maybe eventually. But you know, I got here one day. I come in, and she's got a little sticky on the closet that says recording. She's in our home here this is the life of the voiceover actor. Yeah. She's in the home here recording, making money, doing a video game, and I'm trying to make a sandwich. So, you know, that's
I love it. I got one more here, and it's actually going to be a perfect segue for you, Jordan.
Yeah.
Melissa would like to know, do you guys do cameos? The cameo little recording.
That's my mom. This is my mom who's asking, by the way.
Oh my God.
Is that your mom right there?
Hi, Mom.
So young.
Oh my god.
So young and so cute.
Yeah.
She's
I love
adorable.
that.
Look at her. Hi, Mama.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do cameos and I want to get him on it too because I think people would love.
What do you think?
to
Should
get
I do
Agumon
cameos?
Yes.
Should I do it?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
I've kept
Let
my
us know if you do. We'll share you on our Facebook,
Okay.
Twitters, and
Okay.
yeah.
And have you guys watched the video, the coffee video? Are you
Yeah.
guys friends? Are you
Yeah.
friends with Josh? Are you
That's
friends
great.
with Joshua
No,
Seth?
it's following. It's
Are
not
you
like it's
are you
not like
following
Facebook.
Joshua
We
Seth?
follow Joshua Seth.
Please forgive my ignorance, but it's been blissful so long that I'm not jumping into anything. Hey, we go to conventions and people go, how do I contact you? I'm like, just find her and you'll find me.
Yeah.
One guy emailed her and he's like, would Tom want to sign these show Guyver cells I have?
Ooh.
And he sent the stuff. He was in England and he sent stuff to the PO box and I signed some stuff for him and she took a couple of pictures of me signing and sent it back to him and he was happy as can be.
Yeah.
So you can find me. Yeah, I like to be work a little harder to find me. I don't want to oversaturate.
Yeah, no problem. So I mean, with that being said, besides Cameo, do you guys have any plugs you want to throw out there, whether it be social media? I know you guys mentioned a few cons that you guys are going to be.
We're going to be at Anime Las Vegas the last weekend of March. Please come see us. Look it up, Anime Las Vegas. And then we should have one a year. Find Dorothy
one a month.
One a month.
Yeah.
Find Dorothy on Instagram.
And I'll plug that on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah. Do you just work on something that you can talk about? Or no?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I worked on this show called Blue Box. I play the mom. I think we're going to start recording season 2, so that's pretty fun.
Excellent.
Yeah, and I just worked on a couple of live action shows. It's you've got a lot of different avenues to do voice work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for the phone to ring. Hey guys. No, I mean I'm auditioning all the time, and I forgot. I just did something. Oh, in December I did something for that wonderful Long Island gal. What's her name? Brittany Lauda.
Oh yeah,
she's so wonderful.
I don't remember the name of that.
It was a funny little anime.
I don't think you can.
It's gonna be
name.
on Netflix.
Yeah,
but I played like 5 or 6 different characters, and one was a little pizza. That he goes, you see him go like he literally. If you're watching the episode, a little pizza goes up, 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 and disappears. And my voice was pizza, 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 and that was that. I don't know the name of the show,
I know what it is.
but it made Brittany laugh, and that's all it meant.
There you go.
I love it. You guys have been incredible.
No.
Yes. Oh, listen, I need to applaud you guys. Like,
You're gonna wish us a happy anniversary.
oh, listen, happy anniversary,
It's
Tom
not
and
till
Dorothy.
November, but thank you. Yes.
No problem.
You want to see a picture of us as young kids?
Wait. Which one are you going to show? Okay, that's a good one. You got it. Go forward and tilt it enough so they can see.
Wait,
You
stop.
can't
Freeze
really
it. Freeze
tell.
it. No.
There we go.
Oh my God!
I love
Hey,
it.
man.
Whoa,
What happened? Where's our picture?
Where'd
What
we
happened?
go?
We're fading
Now
in
we
the dark.
lost it. We lost it.
Oh,
Woo, there we
now
go.
it's coming back.
Literally right here, we have our other fellow MWA brethren here, just applauding you guys. Listen,
Oh, it's Godzilla.
That's the lovely Samson West. Believe it or not, Samson, obviously just like us, grew up watching Digimon just recently.
Awesome.
I convinced him to go and rewatch it, and I cannot tell you the amount of episodes that I got to see him live on Twitch cry for.
That's awesome.
Oh my God.
That
Samson.
emotional connection, but
Fantastic.
I wanted to say one more thing about couples.
Oh yeah.
During COVID, this wonderful, was it Streamily?
They
They had us do a Valentine's Day couples signing
stream.
and it was Richard and Ellen Epcar
Epcar,
and
Lex
Lex
and Sandy
Lang
Fox,
and Sandy Fox and me and
us.
Dorothy. There is another couple, Yuri and his
Yuri and Tara Platt.
right.
Or
So
Tara.
that's I've told my agent, I'm like, why don't you get the
Get
four
the
married couples
couples.
of anime and send them around the
Yeah.
I just want to say this to all you guys. We wouldn't be here had you guys not loved anime.
Yeah.
and it really means a lot to us. And in terms of our personal life, I'm happy and blessed that we met each other. And if love comes your way, and I hope it does, it's a good thing. You know, find the love in this world. There is love in this world. All of you find the love. That's all I can say.
Oh, ringless.
Hey, you don't know.
But no, I'm married. I don't wear my wedding ring because
okay,
I'm bored.
What the hell?
Yeah.
If you like it, then you better put a ring on it. If you like it, then you better put a ring on it.
I've been with my wife for 10 years. She's amazing. I love her.
If you like it, you better put a ring on it.
I love it.
Thank you guys so much again for just taking the time out of what I could only imagine to be your very extremely busy schedules to be here with us at MWA.
Thanks for having us. I'm glad we finally got it together.
Thank you for asking us. And go to Dorothy's Instagram and her Twitter and find out where we're gonna be.
Yes,
you guys are great.
We'll throw it down in the show notes, and I'll have Jordan send you a link to everything.
Awesome.
Yes,
you guys are great. Yes. You guys are great.
For everybody that chimed in, thank you guys so much. I mean, me and Joe, we're probably eye to eye with this. This is probably the best interview we've had.
Yeah.
So far at MWA. So y'all already know. As always, for all that is watching, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, we're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers so that we can with our giveaways. All right, we have a plethora of neat Godzilla, Ultraman, Tokusatsu stuff to give away, and maybe a few Digimon stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
Love it.
Go ahead and subscribe. Also, follow us on all of our other socials, ranging from Spotify, X, TikTok, Instagram, and of course our Facebook group, which is where we're mostly active in. But as always, to everybody here, embrace the attitude. Thank you guys. Have a night.
Thanks
guys. Have a great night.
You guys too.